Hi everyone, it's Kim from Patriot Garden, and tonight we're making water bottle greenhouses because I can't wait to get started with seed sowing. As you can see, I cut all the way around the bottle and left a hinge so that on nice warm days you can open up your greenhouse to the warm weather and the light. But for now it's going to stay shut until the seeds germinate. I even cut some drainage holes in the bottom and we're ready to fill it with dirt. Now for my seed starting mix, I use 2 parts of compost. Right now I'm using a mixture of compost and earthworm castings. I use 2 parts of peat moss. I have 1 part of vermiculite, and I have a little bit of sprinkling of blood meal. I mix it up really well, and then I add some water. Now you don't want to add so much water that when you squeeze it, the water comes out. But you do want to add enough water so that when you squeeze it, the clump of dirt stays together. And the best part is you can't do this job without getting your hands in there. So we're going to squeeze it and make sure that the clump stays together. If the clump stays together, the dirt's ready to go. Now, I'm going to sow this a little bit on the thick side because I do the cut and come again method, which is to let the lettuce grow really thickly, and when I want a salad I just trim off some of the leaves and let it continue to grow back again. That way I have a continuous supply of lettuce. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sprinkling on top. The general rule is don't bury your seeds any more than twice the thickness of the seeds themselves. So if you put it too deep, the seed is going to spend all its energy trying to reach the surface and not growing. So you really don't need to put lettuce seeds too deep because they are very tiny seeds. Now I'm going to top it all off with a little perlite. Perlite will just help keep all that moisture that I just put in there. It'll keep the top of the dirt from forming a dry crust that will just make it harder for the seedling to poke through. Now that I have everything planted, I'm going to tape the bottle shut and I'm going to put it on the grow light until it's warm enough to put in the greenhouse. And then of course label it with the type of seed and the date that it was planted. Now leaving the top off will ensure some airflow in there, and I'm going to go put it on the grow shelf. I have a fairly inexpensive metal shelving unit right down here in the basement with these 3 shop lights zip tied to each shelf so I can put stuff underneath them. Those shop lights I think I purchased at Walmart for about $15. They have 6,500 Kelvin, which is the color temperature, and they also have 3,200 lumens, which is the brightness. I'm going to use the upstairs grow light that I still have covering my peppers to go on the very bottom shelf right down there, and then I will have 4 shelves of growing space. I know the lights are a little longer than the shelf, but I'm going to put some wood here so that I can maximize my seed growing space. So thanks for hanging out with me and planting some seeds tonight. I'll see you in the next video. If this was helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Happy gardening, everybody.